we got here is a big defense. I bought a bunch of hog panels and I am going to stop feeding the hogs. I've got lots of reasons and I'll talk about those, but that's what we're doing today. I'm going to stop feeding the hogs. Anywhere in Oklahoma where there are waterways, you're going to have hog problems. And that's the case with me. My place is located in southwest Oklahoma, just a few miles north of the Red River. The Salt Fork of the Red River runs through my place in its entirety, creating lush habitat for wildlife and abusive hogs. I've been battling hogs for 15 years on my place. Definitely we've gained a lot of ground and things are so much better than they were, but I've come to learn a few things. You know, we went through the process where we hunted hogs, we went hard after them, we killed hundreds, but hunting hogs doesn't really eradicate them. They come back, they spread, they're 20 miles downriver, they come up, they make their way looking for whatever food is there for them. We've tried trapping, and trapping really does work. But eventually the same thing, they come back. Unless everybody's trapping and you're getting rid of hogs county-wide, they're going to come back. Hey, you're blind or something, aren't you?
Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
There you go. How many? Jeez. Wonder how many you got, man. We may actually be hurting ourselves just by feeding the hogs, because we're giving them a foothold, keeping them coming back, giving them the nutrition that they need to be able to reproduce and take over our river bottoms. Hogs absolutely dominate your feeders. No deer is going to hang around. Occasionally you'll see a deer that'll run off 50, 60, 70 yards away. They'll stand in the cover and watch, but it's in my experience that deer completely leave the area when hogs are around. They just don't get along. Hogs will literally cost you thousands of dollars on the food that they waste, that they consume, the equipment that they break or damage, and the food plots that you put in the ground. Like I said, we've hunted them, we've gone after them hard, and at times you tend to make a difference, but the reality is they just come back. So basically, you're going to have a multifaceted plan to be able to get rid of hogs. Everybody knows about hunting hogs. People are starting to figure out that you need to trap them, but there's two other things that you need to do. Number 3, you need to stop feeding them. You need to stop giving them a reason to come back into your area. Hogs look for food. If they don't have food, they're going to go elsewhere. And we have haphazardly just thrown our corn out through the years. We tried to make ways to try to minimize our loss and just go with it. But we're really creating a bigger problem, and that's what I'm figuring out. The fourth thing that we need to do is we need habitat alteration. My bottomland, I've always thought, oh man, I've got the greatest bottomland. I've got all this brush that the deer have to be able to hide. But the reality of it is the deer don't even use that brush, very little. It's that salt cedar tamarisk. There's literally 45, 50 acres that are so dense you can't even walk through it. Guess what? Leaves little openings down at the bottom. The hogs are the ones that run back and forth. So that's another time, another place. I'm going to get rid of that. But for now, I'm going to stop feeding hogs. And that's the purpose of this video today, is to let you know, if you continue feeding the hogs, they're going to reproduce, they're going to take over. Okay, so getting down to the nitty gritty, here's what we're going to do. I've got 8 panels, I've got 12 T-posts, which is more than enough, and we're going to make a circle, create a perimeter or whatever design you want to. Triangle works good, a circle works good, an oval. Mine's not going to be quite a perfect circle because I've got to go around some obstacles, some trees, lay in the land where it's up and down, and I need to not have too big of a gap under the fence. But you're going to take the T-post and set those, and these panels are stiff, so as you're putting them up, you can wire them to each other, use one T-post to help stand them up, and then you can kind of create your design and then fill in with T-posts as you go. The awesome thing is if you have any corners, you don't necessarily have to use a T-post at the corner. You can just tie that corner really good because it's got two solid pieces of wire going up and down, and it creates a nice corner. But T-post is fine. But you're just going to put the T-post on the inside facing out against the hog panel so that the hogs, they're pressing in and they're pushing on the T-post, and the T-post supports it. That's more likely to work for you. So that's it. It's real simple, and there's a lot of designs you can look at, but just make your own design. You could probably get by with 5 panels or 6 panels, and in times past I've used 4 panels, and I just purpose was just to keep the hogs out. But I found that the smaller you make it, you're going to only have 1 deer in there, and that's it. We want as many bucks in there getting a hold of protein as possible, and so that's what we're doing. But anyway, I hope you like it, and let's take a look at the finished product.
And there we go. There's our finished product. That'll keep hogs out. There's a couple of places that I have to get a shovel and kind of dig it down a little more so they can't root underneath it. And this is my gate right here, but I'm seriously thinking about finding some way to support that. That's about a 12-foot span too far without a post. I'm afraid that a hog could tear up my fence if they ever figured it out. So that's something I'll keep an eye on. I may have to just find me a heavy-duty gate of some type, like a goat and sheep gate, and that'll probably keep them out. Or I probably got a gate up at the house that's a 12-foot gate that I can use and just take that hog panel and frame around it. Anyway, I'm pleased with it.
Here's an example here my brother did on the north end of our place. He took field fences 36 inches tall, and he put T-posts every 4 feet apart. That's pretty tight. He built it in a triangle, and as you can see, it's keeping the hogs out. So that's a little cheaper option. I hope I'm able to provide some security for my bucks to be able to get all the protein that they need so that they can eat at will and not have any surprises with the hogs coming in. And in the end, I'm going to save a bunch of money as well. Thank you so much for watching the video today. It'd mean a lot to me if you'd subscribe and like. We look forward to seeing you on the next video.